What's up, Clemson Nation? Hi, boys. Well, let's talk about Maryland for a minute. The Maryland game was our first game since the Florida State game, and it was not a recovery. I mean, it was not a recovery until the fourth quarter at least, and then just a half recovery. We had 19 points going into the fourth quarter against a depleted team. I mean, once again, turnovers were the story, man. I mean, we've had so many turnovers since the Boston College game after only having two going into that game. There's 5 games before the Boston College game, 2 turnovers, and we have like 7 overall turnovers since then. They cannot stop making mistakes on offense right now, and I don't know. I mean, it's just frustrating to watch. We have so many yards because we can drive into the opponent's territory at will. We even did that against Florida State in the first half at will, but we can't stop from turning the ball over. And that has been the downfall of the team right now. Um, Sammy Watkins and Roderick McDowell, they had career days. I mean, they had career days. Roderick McDowell was 161 yards, I think. Sammy Watkins around 160 yards. They both had big days, but they were the whole offense. I mean, they were the whole offense. I'll tell you what, though. These players, they gave it their best shot. And Taj Boyd comes in injured, plays the whole second half injured. He's been kind of hurt since the Florida State game. Comes into this game, he wasn't running. They weren't running him the first half, first 3 quarters because of that injury. He re-injured himself. Comes in and starts taking over, running through the tackles, just running over people, hurt. Just a great performance to know that he's still fully committed to this team, because we had problems in the past with people like Kyle Parker, who in their last year they were a little injured, didn't look like they were committed to the team completely. Taj Boyd is 100% committed to this team, and he was giving his all, as was Hot Rod and Sammy Watkins and the whole team except for the offensive line. The offensive line was not giving their all. They can play so much better than they've played. But we get some touchdowns in the fourth quarter, give up some trash time touchdowns, get some trash time touchdowns, or a trash time touchdown, and we win 40-27. Now we have the worst team in the ACC, a team that makes Duke look good. I think they've lost 5 out of 6 to Duke in Virginia. The Who's come in with a pitiful offense, pitiful defense, just an overall pitiful team in their pitiful stadium that'll be about pitifully halfway full for this game. It's really just a game in which we need to, once again, just like Maryland, practice. I think the fourth quarter gave the offense some confidence. The defense played pretty good against Maryland, pretty good. And we just need to step up and throttle Virginia here, and then we have a bye. There's not much to say about Virginia. They got 2 wins, I think. I don't think they have any conference wins. They're not a good football team, and I'd be embarrassed to be a Virginia fan. But we should throttle Virginia. There's not much to say on them, which is why I waited to add these videos together, because Virginia's Virginia. I mean, I kind of wish they had left instead of Maryland, even though they obviously weren't either that good this year, at least until Maryland got beat up. But Virginia, you just don't think about them. They're just irrelevant. But then we got a bye, which I don't like at that time because we're recovering, and then I feel like that's just going to make us go cold again. Then we got that Thursday night game at home against Georgia Tech. First home game since 2002 on a Thursday night. That was not a good game. I was at that game in 2002. Then, Citadel, South Carolina to wrap up the season. So we'll see what we can do for here. We went out. We're most likely in a BCS bowl. That's just fact. Naysayers can say what they want, but that's logic. I mean, it is what it is. Go Tigers. Let's get Virginia taken care of.